calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it.
Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit pour l'île de life et bienvenue dans ce 5e live sur Retour vers le futur le jeu. 5e et dernier épisode. On va enfin avoir la conclusion de toute cette histoire. À nouveau en 1931. Mais enfin, à peu près toute l'histoire va être encore une fois en 1931. Mais il y aura du changement quand même à un moment. Vous allez voir pourquoi, comment. Je vais pas vous spoiler. Ça va être sympa. Vous allez voir. Même si on se retrouve toujours avec un doc qui nous fait un peu la gueule là, mais... Hop. Ouais, c'est ça, à chaque fois ça veut pas. Et putain, mais pourquoi il y a déjà un message de Nightboss? J'avais dit qu'il commençait à 30 minutes. N'importe quoi. Retour vers le futur, le jeu. Épisode 5, Outatime, voilà, c'est ça, il a pas... Enfin, il a le même nom en anglais qu'en français lui aussi.
Hello?
Marty, you're awake. Good.
Emmett, where are you?
I'm down at the expo. I snuck out early to avoid my pop. If he knew I was about to make a publicly scientific spectacle of myself, he'd hit the roof.
Je peux dormir ici, bah c'est déjà fait. C'est drôle parce que quand on entend le jeune Emmett à travers le téléphone, on dirait plus la voix du vieux Doc, quoi.
Why didn't you wake me up?
I tried to give you a nudge before I left, but you were practically comatose. How long has it been since you slept?
Aside from being knocked unconscious, I'm not really sure.
Anyway, I left you back at the lab to perform an important mission. On the table next to my law books, there's a device plugged into the wall.
I think I see it.
Is it glowing?
Yeah, is that good?
Good? It's fantastic! Glowing means my static accumulator is charged up and ready for action. Bring it down to the high school and we'll... Damn!
What?
It's Edna!
But... Okay, Emmett, one static accumulator coming up.
Ça fait assez futuriste pour 1931 du coup. Waouh!
Jeez, Doc, watch out, you almost ran me over.
Sorry about that, Martin. This vehicle is sometimes difficult to control.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay? After that argument about Emmett last night...
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Vous avez réparé les circuits temporels, où étiez-vous?
So, how are the time circuits?
Still broken. I've got a few ideas, but I'm occupied with other problems today. So is that what I'm destined to build for the expo?
Yeah, it's a static accumulator. Emmett spent all night building it. Turned out he didn't really need to see Frankenstein after all. He just needed a little push. And some lightning.
Fascinating. I also had an epiphany last night.
Doc?
I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable.
Doc!
It was science.
Ça commence étonnamment, hein. La science est tout pour vous. Emmett ne peut pas se remettre avec Edna, la voix d'Emmett est toute tracée.
You can't give up science. You love science.
Correction. My younger self loves science. But if Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
C'est marrant, quand je vois ce truc, j'ai l'impression qu'il est chaud, mais non, ça peut se transporter visiblement.
Another path? What other path?
I don't know. Architecture, automobile repair, taxidermy. Maybe I'll even pursue a life in law like my father always wanted. As long as Emmett steers clear of science, Edna and I will be free to be happy together.
You can't want Emmett back with Edna. She used you to turn Hill Valley into a police state.
She used my science to turn Hill Valley into a police state. But if I don't become a scientist, she'll never get the chance to vent her crazier ambitions.
Doc, I'm begging you. You haven't thought this through.
Haven't I? I guess we'll both find out. One thing's for sure. Emmett Brown's life will be a whole lot less complicated without a time machine in it.
No. Ah! What the hell? Where'd it go?
Ok. Bah et Doc alors il est où? Il a disparu?
Oh, come on.
Comme si le truc il attend que tu viennes. Mais je crois qu'il faut attendre qu'il soit à un endroit précis pour pouvoir l'attraper, il me semble. Faut peut-être attendre le bon moment, je sais pas. Genre quand il est près de lui. On pourra enfin voir cette fameuse expo. Vous allez voir, c'est assez rigolo.
The future is coming today. There's a shiny new tomorrow on the way. A day of invention is at hand. It's a mystic, futuristic wonderland. Just around the bend, my friend, you'll see a dream or two. If you care to dream and dare.
Et oui, Trixie, ben, elle fait toujours partie de l'expo.
There's a world of wondrous wonder on display. Because the future is coming today.
Not bad, eh? Not bad at all, but I thought you fired her.
I found a loophole.
What kind of loophole?
Just a loophole. You're not the only one who's allowed to have secrets, you know.
All right, all right.
Say, don't you have to get that whatchamacallit to Emmett Brown's booth?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right.
Because the future is coming. It's almost here now. The future is coming. It's getting clear now. The future is coming today.
Trouve le stand d'Emmett et remets-lui cet accumulateur statique. Ok.
Hey, Artie, what do you think? Quite a setup, huh?
The expo? Sure, but I was wondering. You haven't seen Emmett Brown, have you?
Isn't he at his booth? It's the tall one over there.
You haven't seen Emmett Brown, have
Whoops.
Isn't he at...
Come on, you can tell me. How did you manage to get Trixie her job back? I thought her being Canadian was a deal breaker.
If something's really important to you, you find a
Je déteste cette phrase.
way. You ought to know that.
See you around.
C'est même pas ce qu'il dit en anglais, mais je sais pas ce qu'il dit, mais c'est pas ça.
I think that's supposed to be a clock.
Voici ce qu'ils disent. Chronometric clock. Bon, on pourra visiter l'expo après, au pire, vous inquiétez pas. On va aller, voilà. Emmett Brown's électrokinétique léviateur.
And here he comes, right on cue. No doubt he'll try to talk you out of it, Detective, but you mustn't let your resolution waver.
Hello, Corleone.
What's going on here?
Well, Miss Strickland here seems to think,
You should step aside and let the officer do his duty, now.
Wait a minute, that's Emmett's levitator up there.
Oh, don't be so modest. I'd say you deserve at least half the credit. It was you who tricked poor Emmett into breaking up with me. It was you who manipulated him into dropping my project in favor of this clear hazard to public safety.
Oui, et alors? J'aurais presque envie de répondre ça. Emmett a choisi sa propre voie. Bon, ce serait pas vrai, honnêtement.
So what? What's your point?
Oh, I think you know exactly what my point is. Emmett's invention isn't going to work, is it? At least not the way poor Emmett thinks it is.
How do you know this?
I had a very interesting chat with Carl Sagan last night. I found out who Michael Corleone really is, and where he comes from.
Is there something you want to tell me, Michael?
Why don't you call him by his real name? Yakov Smirnov.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
An anarchist! A foreign agitator bent on sowing chaos and destruction in the Hill Valley...
Ah putain, on n'a pas le temps de lire. Salut Mélissa.
Expo.
Annie, you don't believe any of this bullshit, do you?
Sorry, Yakov, but I really don't have a choice.
Very good. And now, arrest this subversive.
Come here. Look, here's the thing. I happen to believe this dame's got a screw loose, but
Merci Mélissa.
she's been getting some clout in town ever since that business with Kid Tannen.
But Emmett's gotta fly that electrokinetic levitator at this demo. His whole future depends on it.
And my future depends on making sure he doesn't. The chief reads her column religiously. Well, if I don't do what she says, she's gonna start a campaign to have certain tainted officers removed from the force.
Isn't there anything I can do?
Not unless you've got some dirt.
Oui, c'est un jeu Telltale, oui. Donc ceux qui ont fait les Max et d'autres point and click à licence, ils ont fait quoi? Un truc, la série là, c'est quoi là, cette série connue que j'ai jamais regardée? Walking Dead, je crois. De toute façon, il y en a 2-3 que je mélange. Ouais, ils ont fait des trucs sympas, même si je crois que j'ai vu que les Max et ça du coup, mais c'est sympa, mais malheureusement on sent qu'il n'y avait pas beaucoup de moyens, et puis mais malheureusement j'ai même l'impression que en fait je me demande si les employés de là-bas ils faisaient pas des heures supplémentaires et qui cravachaient pour finir les jeux. Enfin finir, c'est justement il y a quelques petits bugs souvent. Ah ouais, c'est au Japon ça marche, ça a marché beaucoup les Telltale. Des apprentis.
On Edna, something that'll discredit her in the eyes of the law. Well,
I'll dig something up.
you do that. In the meantime, you and young Mr. Brown better... where is he anyway?
Wait, you haven't seen him?
Emmett? Has this foreign radical done something to my Emmett?
Maybe you should find him.
Oh, you're letting him go? This radical subversive? Just like that?
Par contre normalement ça
Ok.
n'existe
So,
plus, ça
I gotta
Telltale, ça a
find Emma.
fermé.
And do something
Ils avaient eu des problèmes financiers il me semble, quelque chose comme ça.
about Edna.
Et juste, je vais réduire le jeu et je vais vérifier un truc. Parce qu'en fait, dans ce jeu, il s'amuse à prendre des noms de personnes connues et il les utilise comme pseudo, genre machin, là, Doc, il s'est surnommé Carl Sagan parce qu'il pouvait pas le connaître à l'époque. Et c'est un peu comme dans Retour vers le futur 3 où Marty se fait appeler Clint Eastwood, hein. Donc c'est... Et je vais vérifier vite fait, on va... Alors attendez, si ça existe vraiment, je l'afficherai. Yakov Smirnov. Ah ouais, ça existe vraiment, attendez. Ah mais attends, mais je crois que je connais en fait en plus de ça, mais que j'avais oublié son nom. Page Wikipédia. Alors la version française s'il vous plaît. Voilà. Et oui, évidemment. Alors j'affiche vite fait. Putain, alors il y a un bouton que je cherche sur OBS que je trouve plus. Non, ah. J'espère que vous ayez directement ce que je veux. Ah, c'est bizarre ça. Capture de jeu, on va l'enlever. Et à la place, je vais mettre capture de fenêtre. Chrome. Voilà. Yakov Smirnov, c'était lui, c'était un humoriste américain mais d'origine russe. Et je l'avais connu avant de jouer à ce jeu parce qu'en fait dans Sonic Roboblast 2, à l'époque de la version Final Demo v1.1.x, il y avait un mode inversion russe où tout était inversé dans le gameplay du jeu en quelque sorte. Genre si on cassait une télé, bah, ça nous tuait, on pouvait pas prendre des anneaux. Enfin, ou alors c'était les anneaux qui venaient vers nous plutôt que nous qu'on devait choper les anneaux. Et l'idée est en fait issue de blagues que faisait cet humoriste qui s'appelait les inversions russes. Voilà. Les blagues du genre version russe dans la plus célèbre et j'ai l'impression de voir la version portable comme ça. Aux États-Unis, vous pouvez toujours trouver une fête partie en anglais. En Russie, c'est le parti qui peut toujours vous trouver. Voilà. Quel pays? Dans les offres d'emploi en Amérique, on cherche une femme à temps partiel. Quel pays? Par contre, la suite est un peu chelou. Donc voilà, ils ont utilisé le nom de cet humoriste. Et alors, mais pourquoi ils ont utilisé le nom de quelqu'un d'origine russe? Bah j'en suis pas sûr, mais peut-être qu'en 1931, ils étaient encore à cette période où ils chassaient après les communistes. Oui, c'est le parti qui nous trouve. Donc voilà, ça c'est pour Yakov Smirnov. On peut retourner au jeu. Ça devrait s'afficher, voilà, c'est bon. J'avais oublié son nom.
Can't believe Danny let himself get bullied into shutting down Emmett's booth. Come on, Emmett, where are you?
Retrouve Emmett pour qu'il puisse présenter son invention. Donc le jeune Emmett là, on sait pas où il est. Cabine téléphonique du futur. Qui est fonctionnelle, hein.
Welcome to the phone booth of the future, made with Atlas glass. Atlas, unbreakable and soundproof. Our phone is hands-free, so you can enjoy a sandwich or a cigarette while chatting with friends in perfect privacy. Would you like to place a call?
Yes, I'd like to talk to...
Unfortunately, this phone booth only accepts incoming calls.
Ah. C'est con comme cabine. Voilà, il a mémorisé le numéro de téléphone. Ça va servir pour plus tard, hein. Coucou Trixie.
Greetings.
Hi, Trixie.
That's Techni to you, kiddo.
Right. Congratulations on getting the old job back.
Thanks. Justice triumphs in the end, you know? Now what can I do you for?
So, which exhibits do you recommend?
The most popular attractions are the Glass House, the Future Furnishings, and of course, Enlightenment Under the Sea. You know who that is under the diving helmet? That's Jacques Duteau himself. course, you need to get tickets if you want to see the main attractions.
Oui, elle est déguisée en Techné, la muse du progrès. Donc, ils ont essayé de faire un truc futuriste, mais vu de 1931, quoi. En fait, toute cette exposition, ça va être ça, et c'est pour ça que ça va être assez rigolo. C'est le futur, enfin... ils ont essayé d'imaginer comment les gens de 1931 allaient, eux, imaginer le futur. Astérix en un futuriste. Là, c'est pas faux, ça.
How much are tickets?
Aw, put your money away. Here, you're kind of like family now, you know?
Thanks.
Vous pourriez décaler la démonstration d'Emmett à plus tard.
Emmett's demonstration has hit a snag or two. Can you delay his act for a while? Let someone else go before him?
Sorry, I don't set the roster, and they won't let me change it. I can drag
De toute
my
façon, c'est le
feet a
dernier de la
little,
liste.
but if your friend's not ready to go on pretty soon, we might have to skip his act. I mean, demonstration.
But you can't.
Hey, it's just a science demo. It ain't a matter of life and death.
Où est Emmett? Pourquoi est prévue la démonstration d'Emmett?
What time is Emmett supposed to go on?
Let's see, 8 kilobeats past 50. We run metric time here at the Hill Valley Expo.
Est-ce qu'ils se servent de l'horloge qui est au centre de l'expo? Oui, Emmett.
Edna Strickland is trying to get Emmett's booth shut down.
That dame don't know how to mind her own business, does she?
Je rêve où les panneaux police PD ils avaient disparu. Ou alors ils sont pas...
Is there any...
Ils sont pas supposés être juste en dessous du électrokinétique alligator là?
Thing you can do to get Emmett's booth open again?
I wish there was, but I'm just a muse. All we can do is inspire people.
Okay, you're a muse. Can you inspire me an idea?
I'll try. Well?
Maybe it doesn't take effect right away.
Comment avez-vous récupéré
You
votre
told
boulot?
me how you managed to get your old job back.
He did? But it was supposed to be a secret.
There's no secrets between us. He couldn't resist telling such a good story.
Yeah?
Still, I'd like to hear it again, from your point of view.
He didn't tell you anything.
Thanks.
Happy to help.
Bah c'est ça. Ah non. Moi la caméra elle filmait ceci. Donc vous pouvez pas voir les barricades. Ok, bon bref. Radiovision.
Are you ready for a picture radio? Wonder if that's anything like MTV.
Ils ont utilisé le même effet sonore que dans l'épisode 1. La radiovision, c'est... Plante en pot.
A potted plant? What's this got to do with law enforcement?
A potted plant? What's this got to do with law enforcement?
It's a bug.
No, a plant, but it's got a wire recorder hidden inside, see? If we could have got one of these into Tannen's speakeasy, and if he's the kind of guy who talks to plants, we could have busted him a lot earlier.
Petit sondage dans le chat. Qui parle aux plantes? Attention à la police du futur. Ça aurait été un mélange de drôlerie et de flemmardise de la part de Telltale s'ils avaient mis les uniformes du 1985 alternatif. Quoi. Enfin, 86 plutôt d'ailleurs.
Casual. He's coming back.
The amazing inebriomatic.
Well, from what the boys in the lab tell me, someday we'll be able to tell whether people have been drinking just by breathing into a machine like this. Try it out.
I don't think so. The electro-pacifier.
Amazing, isn't it? They say one day we'll be able to stun fleeing criminals by shocking them at a distance.
Does it work?
Nah, it's just a model.
C'est marrant, toutes les inventions de la police, ce sont des trucs qui vont vraiment exister.
Hey, Danny, could I have a word with you?
Comrade Smirnov, come to turn yourself in?
In private?
With pleasure.
You've got to let Emmett demonstrate his invention. His whole future depends on it.
I'd love to, kid, but Miss Strickland thinks it's dangerous. Unless you've got something on her, her word is pretty much law.
Any idea where Emmett is?
Well, he was working over by his booth, but by the time Edna got done haranguing me, he was gone. I hope he comes back soon so we can get this mess cleared up.
What's a newly promoted detective like you doing hanging out at a science expo anyway?
Are you kidding me? This is a great assignment. I get to sit around all day playing with nifty new crime-fighting gadgets, like this.
What does that do?
Hell if I know.
Since when does anyone in Hill Valley listen to what Edna has to say?
Ever since she helped take down Kid Tannen, she's had the mayor
Et eux, non?
and the city council eating out of her hand. I'd be an idiot to ignore her, especially with my alcohol-heavy background. Boy, I wish I could catch her jaywalking or something. I'd throw the book at her. Yeah, but you never catch a dame like that breaking the law, darn it.
J'ai des infos compromettantes sur Edna. Non, on va rien inventer pour l'instant.
You haven't seen Carl Sagan around here, have you?
Nah.
Isn't he still a wanted man?
Nah. All those arson charges got dropped weeks ago. Judge Brown said there wasn't enough evidence for a trial.
Thanks. I'll be back.
Oh, I hope so. You've got to get this albatross off my neck.
Well, did you put the screws to him? Did he confess?
On peut lui parler, mais bon, ça sert à rien.
Danny, can I talk to Edna for a minute?
Be my guest. I'd like a couple minutes of quiet.
What's this about?
What'd you do with Emmett, Edna?
What are you talking about? You're the one who's trying to ruin his life.
Believe it or not, I'm the one trying to save it.
From what?
From you, mostly. Why are you still involved in Emmett's life? I thought you broke up with him.
I did, but then your friend Mr. Sagan told me about your scheme to interfere with our romance. Not a very nice thing to do, Comrade Smirnov.
You don't really think Emmett's gonna want you back after you crushed his heart and tried to stop his demonstration at the expo, do you?
Not at first, no. But eventually he'll realize I've got his best interests at heart, and he'll come running back to me like one of those dogs he loves so much.
You hate dogs.
Yes, ironic, isn't it?
I know your deep, dark secret.
Secret? What secret?
Vous avez vu les yeux qu'elle a fait? What the fuck? Quelle s'arrive avec futur?
Pretending like you wanted to put Kid Tannen away when all the time you were working for him.
Oh, how preposterous.
I know your deep, dark secret. Those charities you were working for, they were all just a front, so you could wriggle your way into those orphanages
And steal their piggy banks?
Right. I know. ruthless, manipulative, and power-hungry.
In the service of a higher cause, one sometimes has to stoop to low tactics. But I'm sure you already know that, Comrade Yakov.
I know. You know, what you were whispering about with Carl Sagan yesterday.
You overheard?
Sure I did. And you did a really lousy job at, burying the body.
Oh, you didn't hear a thing. What I was talking about with Carl Sagan is between me and Carl Sagan.
Have you seen Mr. Sagan around here anywhere?
No, and I wouldn't tell you if I had. He's more than a little scared of your anarchistic tendencies.
Did you see? Trixie Trotter got her old job back.
Oh, I know! I tried to have it out with Arthur McFly, but he refuses to explain himself. Apparently, he discovered some sort of loophole that allows that Canadian to retain her position. Well, the Ladies' Decency Society shall hear about this. Make no mistake.
Pour la galanterie. Qu'est-ce que ça vient foutre là-dedans?
Why is Parker so willing to do your bidding?
Well, the good detective knows that he owes his current rise through the ranks to my reporting on his behalf.
Oh.
He also knows that I could just as easily pen an exposé about his previous nights of drunken debauchery and evidence tampering.
You're blackmailing him?
Reporters don't blackmail, Mr. Smirnoff. We look out for the public interest.
C'est une façon de voir et de dire les choses.
Okay, this is pointless. I've got to find Emmett.
Stay away from him, you anarchist hooligan.
Bâtisphère.
Enlightenment awaits.
It's some kind of deep-sea diving thingy.
Enlightenment.
Excuse me, Mr.
Tutor, Jacques Tutor, at your service.
Avec de l'accordéon parce que c'est un français évidemment.
I'm looking for a friend of mine, Emmett Brown. Tall young guy, reddish-brown hair.
Distracted look.
That's him. Any idea where he went?
He just passed by here with an older gentleman. I think they were headed into the House of Glass.
Great, thanks.
Grande maison de glace.
Here's my ticket. Give me a ride in that thing.
Thank you, monsieur. I hope you will find your trip to the bottom of the sea most enlightening.
Bon, il n'y aura pas grand chose à voir de notre côté, mais...
Well?
Heavy.
Monsieur has a way with words. Enlightenment awaits you under the sea.
Convention special! 2 free algae cakes with every visit!
J'avais jamais vu qu'il y avait ce truc.
How about an algae king?
Sure thing, mister.
Wait a minute. You're the guy that makes the algae cakes? What? I thought you couldn't stand them.
Hey! You're the guy that tried to pick up on my Eunice!
Oh, for the love of...
No algae cakes for you, Buster!
Attends, on dirait qu'il avait pas de yeux là, Arthur, là, pendant quelques secondes.
Hey, Emmett, come out of there. Don't listen to him.
Oui, il avait des billes à la place des yeux.
Perfect.
Je sais pas si c'est parce que l'un est jeune et que l'autre est vieux qu'ils se ressemblent pas, mais les deux ils peuvent se rencontrer sans que ça crée de paradoxe temporel, visiblement.
Okay, Emmett, let's get you out of here. Emmett! Emmett, don't listen to him. He's crazy.
I'm still not sure about this business proposal, Mr. Sagan.
Let me explain it again.
Atlas glass, unbreakable and soundproof.
Soundproof glass. Great.
Our living space can be configured to meet the needs of any family. Need a private study? Simply slide the walls in, or slide them out again to create a spacious banquet hall.
Je crois que j'avais créé un bug ici une fois. Je sais plus trop de quelle nature, mais je l'avais envoyé sur mon gâté des jeux bonus. Des coupes de cheveux Louis de Funès, si on veut. Alors là, ça va être une sorte de puzzle géant grandeur nature. Et là, on comprend pourquoi cette idée de maison adaptable, ça n'a pas marché. On va vite comprendre. De toute façon, je crois qu'il faut surtout descendre. Ça va, j'arrive à avancer pour l'instant. Ah, ça y est. Ah, mais il montre pas où ça coince.
Something's blocking it.
Voilà. Je me demande si effectivement fallait pas du coup bouger certains trucs en haut. Et je l'ai fait au pif, mais... J'ai fait plusieurs fois, mais je le connais pas du tout par cœur, ce truc. Non. Je peux pas aller par là? Ah non, il y a un mur bleu. Alors du coup, je peux ouvrir la porte verte, c'est bon.
It won't slide open.
Hein? C'est pas logique. Regardez.
It won't slide open.
Là, on voit le mur jaune, mais le mur jaune, il est là.
This is more complicated than it looks. When I moved that first wall, I opened one passage, but I blocked another.
Bah, il doit y avoir un bug de cinématique.
It won't slide open.
Voilà, là oui, c'est logique parce qu'il y a le mur, il y a le mur jaune. On peut l'ouvrir depuis. Ah oui non, ça ferme, non c'est. Ou alors c'est ce mur jaune là qui pose problème. Ouais.
I bet I can get all the way down to the other side of the glass house now.
Heureusement qu'elles sont pas devenues comme ça nos maisons. Hein. Et lui, je vais devoir le rebouger ou pas? On va voir. Hein. Non. Donc c'était bien le mur jaune du haut qui coinçait, mais bon, c'était bizarre. Hein. La caméra montrait plutôt le bas des murs, donc c'est assez perturbant. Putain, mais d'où il a du chloroforme, lui? Et oui, qui aurait cru qu'il y aurait un épisode de Retour vers le futur où Doc serait le méchant de l'histoire. Mais non, il n'y a pas plus de poignées ici, ça va pas. Alors, ça bloque avec quoi ça? Parce qu'il faut... Le problème c'est que la caméra nous montre pas toujours ce qui coince.
I can't force my way up.
Ah putain, c'est ça. Le bug que j'avais eu, mais je l'ai reproduit. Voilà. Joli petit bug de Retour vers le futur 2. Enfin non, c'est le épisode 5.
Just one wall between me and Emmett, and it's a wall I already moved once.
Et il me semble que déjà la dernière fois, du coup, j'étais coincé. Parce que voilà, il peut pas repasser à travers. Du coup, c'est pas grave, je vais reprendre la dernière sauvegarde. Je sais pas de quand il date ta dernière sauvegarde, hein, par contre. Ok. Je vais voir si j'ai besoin de déplacer ça au début. Ah ouais. Il y avait un endroit où il fallait pas avoir de bug de collision. On l'a eu. Donc ça, je vais pas pouvoir l'ouvrir parce qu'il y en a une qui bloque là-haut, c'est ça? Ah, c'est bizarre qu'il le montre pas toujours.
I'll bet I can get all the way down to the other side of the glass house now.
Et par contre, pourquoi du coup il y avait un mur qui était là tout à l'heure? Ah bah oui, c'était ce mur là, tout simplement. En fait, il est super grand ce mur. Il dit qu'il avait déjà déplacé le mur violet, lui. Alors pour pas retomber dans le panneau, je ferais peut-être mieux de fermer, refermer ce mur-là, du coup. Voilà. Je sais pas avec quel autre mur le violet du bout il bloquait en fait.
Something's blocking it. This is more complicated than it looks. It won't.
Il n'y a qu'un seul mur ici, il n'y en avait pas un autre Bah oui, mais alors je bouge quoi moi du coup? Bah non. Du coup je suis enfermé.
Something's blocking it.
Mais oui, mais montre-moi ce qui bloque, montre-moi le mur qui pose problème.
It won't slide open.
Ah bah enfin, putain, c'est pas trop tôt. Le mur rouge. D'accord. Sauf que, attendez. Ah oui, heureusement, il y a une autre poignée.
Just one wall between me and Emmett, and it's a wall I already moved once.
Voilà.
Emmett?
Les deux attractions sont connectées, bizarrement.
Greetings again,
Je sais pas
mortals.
pourquoi, mais bon.
This is Techne, Muse of Progress. Hoping you're all having a swell time taking in all the exhibits. Don't forget, you can purchase tickets to our main attractions right here at the information booth.
Ça nous permettra de visiter la dernière attraction en même temps.
In the house of the future, fresh fruit baskets will be replenished daily by fleets of fruit-bearing helicopters.
Des hélicoptères à fruits.
Ah, it's wax.
N'empêche, c'est vraiment ça dans Retour vers le futur 2.
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Hey!
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to terminate your phone helmet experience.
Ça me rappelle le casque de Wayne Zelinsky dans Chérie, j'ai agrandi le bébé. Il a un casque sur la tête. Il peut téléphoner avec.
Klondike 4385.
Brown residence.
Hey, Hampton. How's it hanging? This is Marty, Emmett's friend. Is he there?
Not at the moment. I'm afraid he's off on one of his little adventures.
Thanks. Bye.
Farewell.
Conversation terminated.
Bon, évidemment, ils avaient pas encore songé au téléphone portable. L'entempo, ah oui.
This plant doesn't belong here. There's nothing futuristic about it.
Centre de loisirs.
A fully equipped home entertainment center. So, where's the ColecoVision?
Il y a 2 radios. J'aime bien ce design rétro-futuriste comme ça. Ça doit être des cadres photos, mais ils ont pas mis une photo dedans. Ça.
Hi, Trixie.
Now what can I do you for?
Est-ce qu'Emmett est passé par ici? On va lui demander.
Did Emmett come through here with Carl Sagan?
Sorry.
Thanks.
Hey, don't walk off with the recording plant. It's the only one I got.
Je pourrais ajouter voleur sur ma liste. J'en ai une qui est bien mieux pour toi.
Future, just like a regular potted plant, only fake.
Why? Next up on our roster, a man who saw the possibilities in pond scum. Welcome, Ernest Philpott.
Thanks, Trixie. Technique. I'm truly honored to be here today among all you pointy-headed...
Hiya, folks.
Like the lady said, I labor in the field of pond scum. Algae, ladies and gentlemen, is a
Ok, salut Mélissa. Et merci à toi d'être passé.
I believe I have unlocked the secrets of this noble vegetable, and I am here to present my discoveries to a disbelieving world. Algae cakes, ladies and gentlemen, is the
Oula.
next wave in the agricultural revolution of the...
Ah oui, c'est... ouais, bon. C'était un message plein de pouces en l'air. C'était gentil, mais ouais, le bot dès qu'il envoie trop d'un coup, c'est pas bien grave.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a tall, thin, older gentleman. You might have been with a tall, thin, younger gentleman.
I know just who you're talking about. Hey, just left about a minute ago. If you hurry, you might catch.
Ah, c'est sûr que t'as l'autre qui parle par-dessus là, mais... La voix, vous trouvez pas que la voix de Jacques Douteux a un petit peu changé?
I know you're in there, Doc.
Doc? Yes, I am a doctor of marine biology, but I fail to understand what you're...
Quit fooling around, Doc. What have you done with
Stop! Help! I'm being attacked!
Michael! What are you doing? You can't assault the exhibitors!
You don't understand. He's kidnapped Emmett.
The boy's obviously confusing.
I'll say he is.
You want I should toss him out on his ear?
That won't be necessary. Do you know who that is? That's Jacques Duteau of the Oceanic Institute.
No, it's not. It's...
Please, keep it down. The Expo went through a lot of trouble and expense to secure Professor Duteau. We can't afford to antagonize him.
But
if you've got a complaint against him, we can straighten it out after the show. But if you make another scene like that, I'm afraid I'm gonna have you expelled from the hall.
Professor Dutot, huh?
At your service.
What have you done with the real Professor Dutot?
I'm not sure I like your insinuations.
I'm not sure I like you kidnapping Emmett.
Perhaps I should call the authorities and have you removed from the hall.
You're a cold-blooded guy, Dutot.
C'est la vie.
N'importe quoi.
Take off your helmet.
I prefer to leave it on. The inland air is difficult on my side.
Oui, d'ailleurs, pourquoi est-ce qu'il est toujours avec son scaphandre en vrai, le professeur douteux? Ça, c'est encore une technique pour pas modéliser une tête supplémentaire.
Where did you stash Emmett? In the diving bell?
It's called a bathysphere.
Aha! So Emmett is in the bathysphere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I'm gonna take a closer look at that bathysphere.
Not without a ticket, I'm afraid, sir.
Hey! Is this guy trying to bum a free ride?
No.
See that you don't. Feels good to be on the right side of the law.
We're not gonna get away with this, you know.
As they say in my country, que sera, sera.
Thank you, Ernest. Do be sure to drop by his booth and sample an algae cake. I have, and it was very interesting. I will be back later to highlight another of our fine exhibitors. See you soon.
Here's my ticket. I want to see inside that bathysphere.
I don't think so.
What do you mean? I've got a ticket. You have to honor my ticket.
It's the wrong kind of ticket. Sorry.
Oh, give me a break.
Algae cakes taste so good you'd swear they was bad for you.
Hey, Artie.
On va voir si c'est le bon ticket ou pas le bon ticket.
This ticket should get me into any exhibit on the floor, right?
Sure, that's a P-ticket.
Well, the guy at the aquarium is refusing to honor it.
There must be some mistake. Come on, let's straighten this out. Professor Dutot, this young man claims you refused to take his ticket.
Not at all. I'm only too happy to take his
ticket. Je suis tellement trop heureux pour prendre son ticket.
Please, climb the ladder, and I will raise the bathysphere. Mon Dieu! What is the matter? The gears, they must have become stuck. I am afraid I cannot raise the bathysphere at this moment.
What a shame.
Yes, it is. Well, I will work on the problem. Perhaps if you come back later. Come down, please. The bathysphere exhibit is currently closed for repairs.
I'll wait.
The next exhibitor on our list is Officer Danny Parker of the Hill.
Je sais pas pourquoi il enchaîne tous les personnages d'un coup.
Parker is going to demonstrate a few of the many marvelous tools that our boys in blue will soon have at their disposal. The criminal element has truly met his match today. Officer Parker? It seems our next exhibitor is unavoidably detained, but I'm sure his presentation would have been both enlightening and exciting. How about a round of applause just for the heck of it?
I'm still here.
Yes?
The thing I can't figure out is how did you get him in there
Ils ont oublié
without
de filtrer sa voix.
anybody seeing?
Who?
You know who.
Young man, I told you, there's nobody in the bathysphere.
That's right, he did say that, I heard him.
Drop the act, Doc. You may be a great scientist, but you're a lousy actor.
You are the expert on acting?
Open up that bathysphere.
I told you, the equipment is jammed. If you come back later...
Bullshit, Doc. I know exactly what you're hiding,
Is there
and...
a problem here?
No, everything's just great.
On peut passer à travers Retour, oui.
It may be quite some time before the exit. Step back! They're crimping the hose!
What does it matter if there's nobody in the bathysphere?
It's very bad form.
Oh, sorry.
It's an old nautical superstition. A crimped hose means imminent doom.
It does if there's somebody inside the bathysphere, but I thought you said there wasn't anybody in the bathysphere.
There's not.
Même lui, il se sent pas bien. C'est instantané apparemment l'effet.
Hey! You ready to drop the act now, Jacques Cousteau, aka Carl Sagan, aka...
No!
You know what happens when the air runs out, to both of you.
I command you uncrimp that hose!
I demand you let Emmett out of that bathysphere.
Je crois qu'il faut tout simplement attendre normalement.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lui, il bouge pas.
Step off the hose!
Raise the bathysphere, Doc.
I won't do it!
Then neither will I.
So throughout the years, they have become unstuck.
There, see? It was just a malfunction after all.
Let's get you out of there.
Emmett Brown? Then it was true. Hey, you.
Hey, he just took that guy's wallet. I think he took his wallet.
Oh, remind me not to become an oceanographer. I guess I must have a touch of claustrophobia. Never should have gone in there.
Well, we've all got problems. Now, you'd better get back to your booth
Funny
before...
thing is, I don't even remember going in there. Last thing I recall, I was in the glass house talking to Carl Sagan. Did you know he's really a scientist?
I'd heard. What did he say to you?
Oh, he had some sort of spur-of-the-moment business proposition. It was all very rush. I never got the details. It would have meant leaving before the expo was over, so I told him that... Say, where'd he go? Do you know?
Carl Sagan? He had to leave. One of his experiments blew up on him.
No, I know how that is. What's this?
Oh, yeah. Edna made Detective Parker shut down your booth. He says he can't go against her.
Oh, yeah?
Unless we dig up some dirt that'll discredit her in the eyes of the law. So that's what we'll do.
Empêcher Edna de perturber la démonstration d'Emmett.
Hello, Smirnoff.
Do you know what she made him do?
Yeah, come here.
De vous laisser embringuer dans les affaires de Carl Sagan. On dirait un mélange de bringue et de embrigadé.
Listen, if Carl Sagan shows up again, you're not gonna let him lead you away, are you?
Are you kidding? My sole concern now is to get back up to my electrokinetic levitator.
Good man.
Good man, on dirait qu'il dit good dog.
Edna made Parker close your booth down.
I know that.
So he'll only open it up again if we could find a way to discredit her. Do you know anything that'll ruin Edna's standing in town?
Yes, I do. She is a rotten pisser!
That wasn't what I had in mind. Assuming we get Parker to open your booth back up before they call your name, is the levitator ready to go?
All except the power source. You did bring the static accumulator, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got it. You want it now?
No. Wait till we get back to the booth.
Edna never confessed anything to you, did she?
Like what?
Something incriminating. Like, for instance, her being the speakeasy arsonist.
Edna, the speakeasy arsonist? Then again, why not?
But she never said anything about it to you?
No.
I gotta run. Did you talk some sense into those two?
Oh, a Sisyphean task if ever there was one.
Alors je crois pas qu'on puisse sortir de l'expo pour essayer de récupérer Doc. Non, de toute façon la caméra elle ne filme même pas la porte d'entrée. Alors. Ça c'est assez... tu le devines pas tout seul, hein. Mais cette plante en pot, on peut la mettre ici.
Okay, call me a snoop.
Hein, mais pourquoi il le met de ce côté-là? On voit du coup le machin. Et comme on a toujours pas de portable, même dans les années 80, c'était pas impossible, mais bon. Ah, c'est drôle ça. On avait vu un truc, c'était supposé être une plante, mais il y avait juste une tige. Il n'y avait pas de feuilles, il n'y avait rien.
Klondike 4253.
Hill Valley Expo, where the future is coming today. This is Techni News of Progress. To whom am I speaking?
Carl Sagan, Michael Corleone. Kid Tannen.
It's Kid Tannen. I'm out of jail and I want you back, baby.
I don't know who you are or why you're doing that horrible impersonation of Kid, but that part of my life is over. I've gone legit.
Conversation terminated.
Good for you, Trixie. Klondike.
Hill Valley Expo.
Hi, Trixie.
Je
It's
m'amuse
me,
avec, mais
Michael.
bon.
Oh, hi. What
Je
can I
sais
do
ce
for
qu'il
you?
faut faire.
Oh, nothing. I was just checking out this snazzy phone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Conversation terminated.
T'imagines que l'expo elle doit payer toutes les communications?
In the house of the future.
Hang up.
Klondike.
Jeez, always with the phones. Yeah?
This is Anthony. I'm looking for a friend of mine, Mr. Closeoff.
Clothes off?
Yes, first name Oliver.
Oliver clothes off? Listen, kid, I didn't just fall off the poutine truck. Who is this really?
Hang up.
Conversation terminated.
Trixie est en train de découvrir les blagues téléphoniques.
In the house of the
Hang up.
Cabine téléphonique du futur.
Klondike 4.
Jeez, always with the phones. Yeah?
This is Carl Sagan.
Ooh, the mysterious Mr.
Il aimait
Sagan.
bien.
What do you want?
Je peux parler à Edna ou Emmett? Non, Edna c'est plus rigolo.
Can you put
Pas de
Edna
façon.
Strickland on the phone for me?
Sure thing, Mr. Sagan. Hey, Strickland! Somebody actually wants to talk to you.
J'aime bien comment elle dit ça.
Mr. Sagan? What happened? I thought you were distracting Emmett.
I was? Oh, yes, of course I was.
Then why is Emmett standing here, valiantly trying to convince Detective Parker that he should be allowed to go through with this ever so dangerous display of wrong-headed technology?
What can I say? I was outsmarted by that wily Yakov Smirnov.
Well, that puts a crimp in our plan.
Yes, yes, a plan. About that plan. I'm a little unclear on the details of our plan.
Unclear, but it's your plan.
I mean, I'm worried that you're a little unclear on the details.
You were supposed to keep Emmett distracted, but it appears
Oh, 2 minutes.
that you've been foiled by Mr. Smirnov.
What can I say? He's too smart for an old fogey like me.
So I see.
There's been a change of plan.
What?
Yes, I've changed my mind. I think we should let Emmett go through with his demonstration.
Salut Starway. On dirait un mélange entre manga et ringard, c'est rigolo.
But you told me it could be dangerous, and that Yakov Smirnov was a foreign agitator, that the only way I could get Emmett back would be to scoop him up after his dreams were shattered, and so on and so forth.
I said a lot of things, but I was a little crazy at the time. The important thing is, now I think you should let Emmett go ahead with his little demonstration.
Oh, I get it.
What?
It's Comrade Smirnov, isn't it? He's gotten to you.
No! I really want Emmett to go ahead with his demo.
Don't worry, Carl. You can count on me.
I seem to have momentarily lost track of Emmett. Do you have any idea where I might find him?
You lost him? You were supposed to keep him distracted.
Oh, I have been. He's just wandered off.
Well, go look for him. I've got my hands full with Parker.
Oui, 8 sujets dégustent une glace à la fraise et c'est pas facile d'écrire avec un seul doigt. Ah bah oui.
Why are you saying all those terrible things about Emmett's friend?
Young Comrade Smirnov, you were the one who told me about his vile deeds.
Edna, listen to me. You have to let Emmett go through with his demonstration.
Smirnov's listening, isn't he?
No, listen.
Listen, Smirnov. I don't know what you're holding over Mr. Sagan, but there's no way I'm ever letting that contraption you've talked my Emmett into building get off the ground.
Regarding, you know what?
You know what?
The little matter we were whispering about yesterday.
Oh, that! As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought it up. I was thinking, wouldn't it be a good idea to pin it all on Yakov Smirnov?
Pin what on him exactly?
You know, it! Oh, I get it. You're still sore about going to jail. That was the dog's fault. If he hadn't come glumping up to me right after I started the fire, I could have gotten clean away, and I never would have had to divert suspicion to you.
She's the speakeasy arsonist.
Carl, is somebody with you?
No, it's just you and me. You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them. Every night they'd open up their doors serving illegal
Ah, il devrait changer la musique là.
drinks and loose women flaunting their depravity to the world, and the authorities did nothing. So I did what any right-thinking, rock-willed woman would do. I took action. Oh, and such a gorgeous action it was, too. The fires were so beautiful. The alcohol made them go up in such pretty blue flames. Where was I?
You were explaining why you burned down the speakeasies.
Yes. Did you find my answer to your liking?
It was very revealing. Hang up.
What?
Jeez, Edna was always a loon. I hope that confession's good enough for Parker.
Marty a pris ça contre.
Hiya, folks. It's me, Techni, muse of
Il imite la voix de Doc, alors forcément.
once again with my presents. And speaking of presents, what better gift could Hill Valley offer the world than this magnificent science and technology exhibit? Hey, folks? If you haven't done so already, I urge each and every one of you to take a peek at Furnishings of the Future, right here in our main hall. Tickets are available from me, Techni, at our information desk.
Du coup, elle a vraiment sauté la présentation de Parker. Bon, non seulement on a l'aveu d'Edna, mais on a la preuve. Et oui, c'est pour ça que je vais placer la plante mouchard ici.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
I think a lot of people are going to be interested in that answer.
Allez, on va jouer la balance.
Oh.
Hey, Danny.
Do you mind, comrade? I'm busy trying to keep Emmett from letting you lead him into the biggest mistake of his life.
Mistake? My biggest mistake was...
This'll only take a minute.
Our plant recorder. It's not a good idea to steal police property, you know.
Listen.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
Edna? You're the arsonist?
Detective Parker, surely you're not going to believe this crudely manufactured forgery of a recording.
I'm not sure what to believe, ma'am. But based on this crudely manufactured forgery, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come down to the station to answer a few questions about your whereabouts on the night of the speakeasy fires.
Emmett?
You're on your own, darling.
Oh, very well. Heavens, what's that?
You know, one of these days I should really stop falling for that.
Not to sound callous, but does this mean I can demonstrate my invention?
Let's take that as a yes.
Greetings and salutations to all our honored guests. I am Techni, Muse of Progress, and it is my pleasant task once again to highlight one of the great minds who was hard at work building a better tomorrow.
I think that's me. I'm next on the roster.
But are you ready?
I don't have a choice. Did you bring the static accumulator?
Oh, right. Here you go.
Great. Come on, let's get up there.
He's been hard at work dreaming up gizmos and banging them together in his garage. And who knows? One of this kid's gizmos just might take off and change the life of everybody in town. Could it be the very thing he's brought to share with us today? It wouldn't be the first time the world was changed by a kid barely out
That ought to do it. Are the block bearings all in the raised position?
Block bearings, block bearings. Raised position, check.
Then it looks like all systems are go. Wish me luck.
Don't
On
have
voit que
to.
c'est sa fameuse voiture fusée, elle m'a mis en modifié.
I give you Emmett Brown.
Objection, Your Honor! I hereby demand that the scientific demonstration of one Emmett Letter Brown be terminated and forfeit by reason of insanity. I declare him to be in contempt of me, his father.
On n'avait jamais vu cette tête avant, ça y est.
Instant. Ah, that boy!
Emmett.
Don't give me away.
I thought you weren't scared of your father anymore.
When he's in a mood like this, I'd have to be suicidal not to be scared.
Just jump in the levitator and go. What's he gonna do?
Shoot me down with an anti-aircraft gun?
Come on, Emmett, you can't miss your big moment. You don't look very dignified crouching down there, you know.
Better undignified than dead.
Let me talk to him.
Comme par hasard, le méchant a un accent russe. Logiquement, c'est... Je pense que c'est un Allemand parce que... En fait, Doc l'avait expliqué dans Retour vers le futur 3 et on l'avait vu dans l'épisode précédent avec l'album photo. En fait, leur nom à l'origine c'était Van Braun. Ça a surtout une consonance allemande en fait.
Harder it's going to be for you. You don't think you can shelter him.
Emmett's gone. You just missed him.
Young man, I've been sitting on the bench.
C'est vrai que ça aurait pu un méchant avec un accent russe.
Valley Criminal Court for 15 years. I can smell a dissembler a mile away. Now, are you going to turn him over, or will I have to use force?
Don't antagonize him.
Well, if you're not gonna say anything...
So he is up there with you.
Thanks a lot.
Son, I order you to come down from there this second. Fear!
Emmett.
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
Maybe he'll give you a fair chance to explain yourself. He is a judge, after all.
Yes, a judge who's already passed sentence. He won't listen to me. He never has.
I'll be right back.
Mais forcément, il fait l'intermédiaire entre les deux, du coup.
Not ready to talk to you directly.
I suppose
C'est ça, mein Gott.
you're his mouthpiece.
I guess so, yeah. If I can say so, sir, the problem is you're coming on too strong. You intimidate him.
I don't intimidate him enough. That's the problem.
You can't talk him out of it. His mind is made up.
So, if talking won't work, there's always thrashing.
À l'ancienne, hein, ça évidemment.
He says it's no use talking to you. You never listen?
That only shows how pig-headed he is. Of course I listen. If he can justify his craziness, I'll be only too happy to indulge it.
Stay right there.
I'm not going anywhere. You dare to disobey a direct order?
Emmett.
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
C'est pas mal en vrai comme scène.
You heard him. He said he'll listen to you.
Well...
At least give it a shot.
Father?
Son?
You've never understood the first thing about me. All you want to do is step on me, squelch my natural instincts. You don't know what it's like to be young. You don't know what it's like to have dreams, to have ambitions so great and so powerful that they've got a life of their own. And it's all you can do to hang on for dear life while they gallop on where they must. This is America, Pop. And in America, a person doesn't have to do what his father did. Isn't that why you came to America? To live where there wouldn't be so many rules? Well, we talked. Are you happy?
Please, you gotta get out of Emmett's way.
I have yet to hear a compelling or even coherent reason why.
Look, Your Honor, you don't see it, but there's an awful lot riding on Emmett's demonstration.
All the more reason why I've got to put a stop to it. Look me in the eyes, young man. I expect you know my son pretty well by now. Do you seriously think his exhibition is going to be a success?
En vrai, il l'avait dit dans le premier épisode, Doc. Ça a été un fiasco, mais...
Sure, sure it will.
Ha! You know as well as I how it'll end. Disaster!
Maybe, and maybe not, but even if it does, I mean, isn't Emmett entitled to make a few mistakes?
Emmett has exceeded his quota for one lifetime. It's my job as his father to see to it there are no more mistakes.
See, Your Honor, it's just that this demo is so important to Emmett.
A childish kerfuffle. He'll forget all about it in 2 weeks' time.
That's what I'm afraid of. Emmett's just...
stubborn, willful, single-minded, incorrigible, and obsessed.
Okay.
C'est le
but
fils de
if
son
you
père, en
look at
fait.
it from the right angle, those traits are kinda... good.
That may be your angle, Sonny, but I'm not so sure it's the right...
Sonny, alors... Pourquoi il l'appelle Sonny? Bah, c'était le premier prénom qu'on pouvait choisir, Sonic Rocket. Bah, voilà, il y a à nouveau l'erreur.
right one. Make no mistake, those are traits that lead to trouble. He gets them from his mother.
Emmett's just trying to make a name for himself. Maybe things were different when you were a kid, but nowadays you gotta take chances.
What do you know about taking chances? Try moving to a strange country where you don't speak the language. There's only $2 to your name.
You?
You bet your socks, me. And I made out all right, too.
How'd your dad feel about it at the time?
Papa? He was fit to be tied. He called me a disobedient little...
So your father didn't approve of you coming to America?
Well, Papa never really understood the younger generation. He came around a bit in the end, but by then it was too late to. Tell him I'll listen to him. I want to listen to him. If he wants to talk.
Emmett?
Here to play peacemaker again, Pollyanna?
He says you get your stubbornness from your mother.
Well, that's the limit. He's not satisfied with insulting me. He's got to drag my mother through the dirt, too. Mother isn't at all like me. She's gentle and sweet and endlessly patient. If anything, I'm more like... Oh, skip it.
À son père.
You were starting to say that you're like...
Skip it.
Can it be that you and your dad?
No, next subject.
Hey, stop being a dope. You've got your pride, okay, I get it. And so does he, but what's the harm in trying to make peace with the guy? He's your family, and family's important. Sometimes it's, well, even more important than we realize.
May I come up?
So, you think my new invention...
Attendez des petites secondes. Après, le coup de la famille, c'est mignon dans une fiction, mais en vrai, c'est quand même plus compliqué que ça. Hein.
Is a disaster waiting to happen?
Yes, yes I do. And I'm here to say, if any son of mine is going to make of himself a public disaster, I insist on being there to support him.
Pop! You're gonna change your tune once you see this baby go airborne. You see, the force field generated by the static accumulator. Marty, give Trixie the signal. We're ready for liftoff.
Oh, good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us through that unavoidable delay. And now the Hill Valley Expo is pleased as punch to present Mr. Emmett Brown and his electrokinetic levitator.
Ils sont pas plus surpris que ça, les gens.
Hey, stop! Get back here!
Are you okay?
I thought I could change her. Things could be different.
Forget about it. Come on. We gotta find a way to stop her before...
No, don't come any closer.
Doc!
Go away!
But...
Move! Move! Marty!
Oh my God! Doc! Say something.
Chromium, lithium, potassium, iridium, titanium, ruthenium.
I'll get help.
Newspaper.
What? You mean... Gonna get you to a hospital, Doc. You're gonna be okay.
Non mais tu vois pas qu'il est transparent.
I think I am going to
Crever un Fox Café.
No, come on, Doc. Doc, don't do this. Don't go. Doc, come back.
Pourquoi il disparaîtrait là, on sait pas encore.
Doc?
Marty, have you been out here the whole time?
Damn it. Is it over already?
Oh, it's over all right. You missed a very wild party. I'm afraid I've been banned from the expo for the next 50 years. And if I were you, I wouldn't go back in either. At least not until all the broken glass is swept up. Oh, what was I thinking? Naturally, the ionic wind generated by an electromagnet of that size is going to play havoc with a merely mechanical steering mechanism. We need a much more advanced control system. I wonder if we could find a way to translate the body's own gravitational field into electrokinetic force, one might be able to direct the ionic current simply by shifting one's weight. Oh, great Scott, that's it!
And you're not discouraged?
Discouraged? By what? You mean what happened in there? Oh, that was a learning experience. The way I see it, it's those little mistakes along the way that advance us along the pathway of knowledge. Come on, there's no time to lose. Let's get back to the lab and... I'm sorry, is something wrong?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost somebody.
Oh, how sad. Anyone I know?
It was, Carl Sagan.
What? The guy who tried to hire me in there? You were friends with him? Strange. But how?
Don't worry about it. It's got nothing to do with you. What?
You're a complete mystery to me, Marty. Where you come from, what you're doing here. But there's one thing I do know. Whatever it is, it does have something to do with me.
Please, Emmett, don't ask any...
What's this? Come on, let me see. I deserve an explanation.
You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah? Try me. What's that?
An explanation. But you've got to promise me. Don't look at it until you get the key to the city.
Huh?
Emmett!
Just promise.
Emmett! Where are you, my son?
I'll be right there, Pop. Key to the city? I don't understand.
And you can't understand. Not for a long time. It would do irreparable damage to something. Just say you promise.
Oui, Chrome Firefox, c'est ce que fait, c'est ça. Escape, Discoffee, c'est la même chose. C'était l'une des perles qu'on pouvait lire sur le net,
I will
ça.
see you again, right?
I guarantee it.
Et voilà, on va enfin retrouver Doc. Et quand je dis retrouver Doc, c'est vraiment retrouver Doc.
Hey, it worked.
So, you were the same Marty. Funny how memory can play tricks on a person. I remembered you being much taller.
How was the ceremony?
Long.
C'est ça le magasin. Qu'est-ce que je leur dis que vous êtes trop con pour posséder un ordinateur.
You've got a theatrical way of sending messages.
Only way I could do it without messing up your timeline.
Very clever. But what are you doing in 1931?
I came to rescue you.
Teenage me?
No, you. But then teenage you got mixed up in it. See, you were in jail and...
Never mind, it's better I don't know. Let's just get back to 1986. That is, unless your presence has caused any other time anomalies.
Me? Nah, no. Well, I'm still a little confused about my...
Where is he? Where's that no-good son of mine? He's not worthy of the McFly name.
You see my Artie anywhere? Artie McFly?
That's the one. Just got a call from Melvin at the city records office. He tells me the dad blamed fool's gone and got himself hitched.
Avec quoi? Avec con volé en juste noce avec une bambine
To a
qui...
Canadian floozy. Can you believe it? Hitched? Married. I swear, that boy's gonna put his papa in an early grave.
So that's how she got her job back.
He's married the wrong grandma. I mean, Trixie's not my grandma. And if she's not my grandma, I'm not me. Wait, that was Great-Grandpa Willie. I met him when he was a baby. He peed on me. Holy crap, Doc, I'm gonna disappear again.
Calm down, Marty. You seem reasonably solid right now. Whatever the problem is, I'm sure we can undo it with the help of...
Car!
Oh, great.
How the hell did she get back here?
She?
You? You're not Edna.
Non.
What's going on here? Is this some plot to put me in the nut house?
No, it's all very simple, Danny.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Tell me, did I or did I not just chase Edna Strickland off in this car?
Not this exact car, but a car just like it.
A car with a nasty habit of disappearing into thin air?
Well...
Wait, Edna Strickland just disappeared in the DeLorean?
If that's what you call it. It made a loud noise, and then wham! Nothing!
Great Scott! Marty, do you have any notion what date she might have jumped to?
None at all, Doc. See, that DeLorean's time circuits are out of whack. They could jump to any date at all.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's just hope she jumped into the future. The far future. If she's jumped into the past...
You think she might mess up the time stream? Wait a minute. This is Edna. Of course she would mess up the time stream.
Guys, you mind telling me what the hell you're...
Uh-oh.
Il n'y a même plus de lycée, plus rien du tout.
Doc? Did we just leave Hill Valley?
No, I believe Hill Valley just left us.
How?
Something must have happened to it. A long time ago.
Hayesville.
Well, now you two look mighty lost. Hey, what on earth is that thing?
It's an experimental vehicle. Pay it no mind.
Look, maybe you can help us.
Alors je crois que c'est Michael J. Fox qui le double. Même s'il n'a pas doublé Marty du coup.
We're looking for Hill Valley.
Well, which is it, a hill or a valley?
No, it's a town. It's a town called Hill Valley.
Hill Valley, a town? Say, I think I once heard that there was a town here a long time ago. Don't know much about it, though.
Just as I suspected.
What happened to Hill Valley?
Oh, heck, I don't know. That was all before I was born.
Then, whatever it was, must have happened at least 45 years ago.
Nobody much cares to settle around here nowadays. My dad tried to buy a farm in this area years ago, but he got run off by Scary Mary.
Scary Mary?
Well, that's what we all call her. Lives a couple miles from here. I make a monthly drop at her place. She's a fiend for news. Takes all the papers in the county, never throws one away. Say, if there's anybody who can tell you what happened to Hill Valley, it's her.
Can you direct us to her?
It's imperative that we talk to her.
Sorry, fellas, but I'm pretty sure she won't talk to you.
Why wouldn't she talk to us?
The thing of it is, guys, Mary's older than dirt, but she's also a little tetched, if you catch my drift. She doesn't like strangers.
I'm sure we can handle her.
We'll be very polite. Please, we gotta see her.
Well, okay, if you insist. Take a right turn just after the bridge, then follow the wheel ruts till they come to an end. You'll have to go the last quarter mile on foot. Good luck, and don't say I didn't warn you. I got a notion I'll be kicking myself for sending you up there.
Can I drive?
Can I drive? Franchement, le mec il a détruit 2 fois la voiture. Et il demande encore Can I drive? Beware of cat.
Pickford.
Découvre ce qui t'arrive à Hill Valley. Tiens, au fait, j'ai retrouvé un ensemble de câbles avec 3 fiches RGB, un câble rond. C'est quoi, un S-Vidéo? Peut-être une prise jack qui doit me manquer l'appareil pour numériser les VHS sur le PC. Ah! Bah ouais. Un petit boîtier d'acquisition qui prendrait les câbles, aussi bien les trucs SD que HD, comme ça tu pourrais numériser les VHS mais aussi faire de la capture console si tu voulais en fait. Bon, alors, qu'est-il arrivé à Hill Valley? Eh bien ça, on le saura après la petite pause qui s'impose. À tout à l'heure. Et me revoilà pour la suite du 5e épisode de Retour vers le futur. Donc, nous sommes toujours en 1931, mais Hill Valley a disparu d'un coup. Voilà. Comment une ville entière a bien pu disparaître en quelques secondes. Et c'est comme si elle n'avait jamais existé. Beware of cat. Ah, ça sera pas beware of dog. Elle déteste les chiens.
Doc, it's a...
Là, il veut rendre hommage à sa DeLorean, je pense.
Look. Look.
Et pourquoi à chaque fois il fait ça?
Look.
Intéressant, il y a une ligne ici.
I'm sure I can get an old saloon sign. Cool. Too bad it's all burnt.
Évidemment, il a pas fait gaffe. Un plat à tarte.
Pardon us for intruding, madam. We were wondering if you could tell us...
I don't talk to hooligans!
On a very friendly sort.
Doc, that was Edna.
Edna Strickland? Impossible.
This is how she was when I first met her. I had to... Listen, just leave it to me.
Okay, you think you know how to handle her. Just remember, we need to know what happened to Hill Valley, and just as importantly, the precise time when it happened.
Mary Pickford. Now where would she pick up a fake name like that? I wonder what's cooking. I'm guessing this mop doesn't get much use.
On va pas prendre la torche tout de suite, ça sert à rien.
Yeah, I can wait.
I can wait. Frisbee. Ah, en fait, c'est... Qu'est-ce qui est écrit exactement? Frisbee Spy, ok. Voilà, ça c'est la plaque d'immatriculation à partir du deuxième film, enfin même de la fin du premier.
Edna's grandfather, Marshall Strickland. That's the same picture I saw in Edna's apartment, way back, in the future. Hey, Miss Strick...
Who are you?
Michael Corleone, Yakov Smirnov.
Yakov Smirnov?
That's a foolish name, and I make it a rule not to talk to strangers with foolish names.
But we're not strangers.
How do I know you?
Vous m'avez interviewé, je vous ai sauvé la vie. Vous avez essayé de me faire arrêter. Bof. À la limite, on est parti sur Yakov Smirnov, autant rester dans la même logique.
You tried to have me arrested once, a long time ago. Remember?
Listen, Sonny, I'm an easygoing woman, but I
Et elle dit encore une fois Sony, pour Sony Croquette.
got a few rules I live by. And rule number 1 is, I never, ever talk about the past! Or the future, neither. I don't talk about any day but today.
I guess that didn't go so well.
Of course she doesn't talk about the past, because there's something in her past she's trying to forget. But we're gonna pry it out of her. Go ahead, knock on the door again.
Edna Strickland, plus folle que jamais.
What?
It's me again, your old friend.
How do I know you?
You interviewed me once, back when you were young.
How many times I gotta tell ya I don't talk about any time but today?
Ah mais oui, on parle que du présent, là elle est en train de donner un indice littéralement.
We spent the day together.
We did? Where?
At the expo.
That's crazy. I've been here all... What day is it?
Tuesday, October 13th, 1931.
October 13th, 1931. October 13th. Something funny about that date. Well, what are you here for?
Je sais pas, on va dire ça.
I brought something for you.
What is it? Let me see.
Vous voulez une bonne vieille serpillière? Bon, au moins George McFly il existe encore.
Don't fade out on me, Dad. I'll be home soon. I hope.
Non, attends, c'est pas ça que je voulais. Je voulais carrément essayer ça. Elle va bien reconnaître sa voix, la vieille.
I brought you this.
I ain't interested in flowers.
Wait till you hear.
And I especially ain't interested in talking flowers. Put them away.
Ah, bah fais-lui écouter au moins. Bon, ça fait partie de son passé. On va essayer les tickets de
I
l'expo.
brought you these tickets to the expo.
Ils étaient en train d'en parler en plus.
The expo you left when you swiped the DeLorean and jumped back in time.
Stop messing with my brain. I don't know nothing about time travel, and I never did. And what's more, I never talk about the past.
Boîte aux lettres, épave. Ça aussi, ça va faire partie de son passé aussi.
I brought you this.
Already got one.
We must have brought something Edna wants.
Don't look at me. I didn't bring anything but myself.
J'ai déjà cet objet, ça fait très générique. Et on peut pas lui faire écouter de force, ça doit être après quoi.
I brought you this.
I ain't interested in flowers.
Wait till you hear.
And I especially ain't interested in talking flowers. Put them away.
We must have brought something Edna wants.
Ça m'étonnerait beaucoup.
I brought you this picture.
Who's that?
You don't know him, but he looks a lot like this guy you did know.
Not interested.
Je vous ai amené lui, Doc.
I brought you him.
Him? Who him? Him who?
C'est Emmett Brown.
Look hard. Don't tell me you don't recognize your own boyfriend.
My boyfriend?
Yeah, he's all grown up.
Come closer, fella.
Marty, what am I supposed to do?
Trust me, Doc. Just go with it.
It can't be. Emmett.
Yes, Edna. It's me.
It is. It's October 13th, 1931. Oh, and you are Emmett. Emmett. How did I get so turned around? Have I been dreaming or stay there?
It's a classic case of repressed memory syndrome. Once the mental dam is broken, the subject is immediately plunged into the midst of the very scenes she's trying to forget.
Darling, you've come back. Of course I knew you would. An intelligent boy like you wouldn't be one to throw away true love all because of a silly quarrel. I've already forgotten about last night's little tiff. I trust you've done the same?
Of course I have.
Of course I have. What?
Je sais plus ce qu'il se disait, bah, je sais pas s'il disait quelque chose en particulier.
Schnookums.
Schnookums.
You're sweet. But you're still keeping company with this Smirnoff character. I insist you drop him. He's a bad influence. And you've got to stop working on that dangerous electrokinetic... What's this?
Okay.
I suppose now you're miffed with me for forcing Detective Parker to close your booth down. Bitter medicine for you, I know, but I had to do it. And Parker had no choice but to obey my orders. He knows that my opinion carries a lot of weight in Hill Valley, and he'd never... Parker would never... Oh...
What is it?
I don't know. Something about Detective Parker. Something that happened to me on October 13th. What could it be?
Can you jog her memory? If we can keep her mind in the past, we may get the full story of Hill Valley's premature destruction.
This hat doesn't frame her face very well. Nice fit.
Je vais le mettre là, mais ce sera pas pour tout de suite normalement.
Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me. What's that? Who's there?
Please, Martin, don't interrupt the trance.
I hate to see it like this.
Signe de
A
forgeron.
blacksmith sign. I wonder if it's from Doc's old shop.
Hmm.
It looks like Doc's old sign, but I guess it couldn't be.
T'as accroché ça quelque part normalement, mais je sais plus si c'était là.
Nah. I don't think so.
Mais ça c'est après de toute façon, non?
Maybe not. Here's something that'll make you remember.
Remember what? I don't like to remember. Who are you? What are you doing in my yard, you hooligan?
No, Edna, no yarn.
What?
This is Emmett speaking. It's October 13th, 1931.
Yes.
And something's about to happen.
Oh yes, something big. But what?
Better not talk to her directly. It'll break the spell.
Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
Not sure what that'll do.
Oula, il était sur le point de s'envoler le chapeau, mais je crois que c'était un bug. Je crois que les modèles 3D ils ont un peu du mal à tenir en place là.
Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
Ah bah oui, j'ai pas réessayé ça.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
No! Turn it off, you imbecile! If Parker hears that, he'll... Officer, I can explain. It was a trick. I was framed. Oh! He's after me! Ha! He'll never catch me in this souped-up car of the future. Curses! I can't shake him. Well, no use in holding back now. Let's see what this baby can do. And here it comes!
Yes?
Here what comes?
I don't know. Something really unexpected is supposed to happen right about now, but I'm not sure what. Oh, come to think of it, how can I be expecting something unexpected? Oh, what's going on?
Quick, Marty. We've got to find a way to push the story along before she snaps out of her reverie.
C'est à ce moment-là qu'elle a voyagé dans le temps. Et vous vous souvenez dans le film, alors surtout dans le premier film, la première fois qu'on fait le voyage, on est du point de vue de la voiture à l'intérieur là, de la bagnole. Et on voit un flash blanc. Et on est instantanément dans les années 50. Oui, ça brille.
The lights! I'm being transported!
Where?
Back! Back! To the past!
What do you see?
Hill Valley! But it's all different. It's so small and primitive. Heavens! Can it be? It is!
Is what?
Grandfather! Big as life!
Marshal James Strickland came to Hill Valley in 1869, shot by...
I know, Doc. We met him in 1885. Remember?
No! I must be mistaken. Grandfather didn't look like that. That man is an imposter! I'm not even sure it is a man! This is all very confusing. Where am I? Why am I thinking about the past? Get off my lawn, you kids!
Better find a way to bring back Marshal Strickland quick. We've got to bring this story to a climax.
Oh, Grandfather, how well you look. How well everything looks.
How does everything look? Tell me.
It's a bit rustic, to be sure, but all the buildings are so sturdy and well kept. And the young people of Hill Valley, they're so virtuous and upright. So unlike the
On appelle ça un passé fantasmé, hein.
degenerate specimens from the 20th century, and I know the reason why.
Why?
They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could learn to like living here. But who's this?
Who?
This big lout swaggering up the street, lips curled in an insolent sneer. He's a newcomer to Hill Valley. Beauregard. Beauregard...
Oh la vache.
Tannen.
Yes!
Good guess.
Look, acting like a big shot.
De toute façon, là, on avait vu sa photo là dans l'épisode, je sais plus, 2 sans doute.
Throwing his money around. Stolen money, no doubt. Why can't they see through him? The two-bit phony! And now his plan becomes clear. He's bought a plot of land in town. He's going to put up a
what?
I don't know. It's something I don't like. Something evil.
This is the key to our mystery. We've got to get her memory back in the groove.
On a fixé les chiottes. C'est bien là qu'il fallait le mettre, mais ça, je crois pas que ça serve.
Talk about a watering hole.
A saloon? In Hill Valley? Oh, he can't do that! Grandpa, you can't let him do it! You can't let that snake ruin paradise! Well, if they're all too blind to stop him, I'll just have to take the law into my own hands. I'll make sure this sinful establishment never opens its doors. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. Something very conclusive.
À votre avis, qu'est-ce qu'elle a fait? C'est pas clandestin, mais ça revient au même. Elle le tient par le milieu.
You've just given me an idea. First, we'll need some kerosene. Apply it liberally to the building site. No sense in being parsimonious. And now, watch. This is beautiful! The devil's handiwork consumed by the fires of righteousness! Burn, you sucker! Burn!
Faudra en faire un mème de ça.
Oh.
What is it, Edna? Is it a fire?
Turn away! Don't look!
It's not staying in the saloon, is it? It's spreading to the other buildings in Hill Valley.
My My intentions were pure. It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
But it did happen like this, and you've been repressing it all these years because you can't stand to admit that you're
A hooligan. I'm a hooligan.
Vous ne passerez pas, ouais.
Did I lay it on too thick?
Here's the story. Black and white and red all over.
Hill Valley destroyed by fire. Started approximately 2 a.m. July 17th, 1876.
Of course, I'm not the real criminal in this story. Am I, Mr. Sagan?
Sa voix l'a rajeuni d'un coup.
You set me up for a fall. You and Smirnoff. You made me steal your infernal car. You made me burn down Hill Valley. And now, by the powers invested in me by the town of Hill Valley, I hereby sentence you two criminals to... You! How much have you heard?
Enough for a month's worth of headlines in the Hayesville Herald. 2 months worth if you shoot those fellas.
I could shoot you too, you know.
But you won't, because that would be against the law. And you never break the law, right? This is your cue to skedaddle.
Right.
Much obliged.
Heureusement qu'il était là, lui. « 17 juillet 1876. » C'est encore plus loin dans le passé que dans Retour vers le futur 3, du
There's
coup.
Beauregard Tannen's half-finished saloon. Sometime during the next hour, Edna's going to light it on fire and accidentally burn down Hill Valley.
I wonder where her DeLorean is.
We'll find it later. Right now, we've got to stop that fire. I'll go around back. You go through the front.
Got it.
On reconnaît déjà l'enseigne du saloon, hein.
I think I liked it better on the outhouse door.
Maintenant, je pense que c'est un peu trop brûlé pour ça. Donc tu devras te contenter de cette version. Ok, donc lui c'est Beauregard Tannen direct.
I'd better not get too close.
On en est à combien de générations de Tannen là? Donc ouais, on va pas trop s'en approcher. Mais franchement, il ferait moins de bruit s'il marchait là-dessus, non?
I'd better not get too close.
Je me souvenais plus qu'il gênait. Oula.
Who's there?
Edna, stop. It's just me.
Mr. Sagan, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same question, Miss Pickford.
Isn't it obvious? I'm putting an end to your den of iniquity before it starts.
I don't think so, Mary. I don't like shooting women, but no one comes between Beauregard B. Tannen and his livelihood.
Tannen, stop. If you shoot her, she'll drop the torch, and then this whole place will burn up. Edna, stop. If you drop that torch, he'll shoot us.
Looks like we're at something of a standoff here, Mr. Tannen.
I don't see a way out, unless somebody manages to disarm both of you at the same time.
How the hell am I supposed to do that?
C'est n'importe quoi. Planche brûlante, branlante.
Was that a mouse?
What's the matter, Miss Pickford? Scared of a little mouse?
No, but you should be scared. Mice carry diseases. It's a fact. Look it up.
Dolores Miskin?
Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're not traveling through time under a pseudonym, Mr. Carl Sagan.
Quit yammering, you two. Nothing worse than a chatty standoff.
Chandelier's right over their heads. That's gotta be useful somehow.
Alors, faudra faire un jeu, faudra monter, descendre plusieurs fois, je crois. Et oui, oui, monter. Je sais plus trop comment, comme ça sans doute.
Pickle juice. That ought to be handy for putting out torches. It's too heavy to lift.
Bah oui, mais...
Pickle juice. That ought to be handy. It's too heavy to lift.
Why are you dressed like that?
I wasn't planning on visiting the 19th century today.
I wasn't planning on shooting a couple of lunatics today. Guess life's full of surprises, ain't it?
Mais d'ailleurs, il a même pas... Je veux dire, par contre, il savait qu'il allait en 1931, donc pourquoi est-ce qu'il a pas remis le même déguisement que dans l'épisode 1, en fait? Ah bah voilà, il y a une échelle.
Man, this thing is not light.
Why are you so hellfire determined to meddle in my
Ah,
affairs,
je sais plus, faut les monter ces sacs.
Heavy. Not sure what that'll do. Not sure what...
Alors je me souviens plus du processus exact, vous allez voir, c'est un peu... c'est digne des cartoons. Marty manutentionnaire, ouais. Ah mais oui. Les lois de la physique élémentaire, allez, c'est parti.
It's right over his head, but I can't knock him out while Edna's still holding that torch. Well, there's a sandbag over Tannen's head. I wonder if I can get something over Edna's torch. Not quite.
Say, that's a lovely chandelier you've got there, Tannen. Is it French?
French? Nah, I got it off a wagon that had the misfortune of being robbed the week before I struck it rich in Nevada City.
Not quite.
On peut pas aller par là?
Man, this thing is not light.
Alors faudrait alléger un de ces barils, non?
I wonder what's in these. Oh, stop! Quiet! God.
What the hell? Oh, cow crap! There goes all my pickled pig's feet!
Are you here to home?
Pickle juice. That ought to be handy for putting out torches. It's too heavy to lift.
Pourquoi il est reparti là, lui? Bah en fait ça c'est potentiellement le saloon du 3e film. Je vais essayer de reconstruire.
Going down.
Looks like your torch is getting a little dim there, Miss Pickford.
Still hot enough to bring down this little bit of Gomorrah, Tannen.
Maybe we can come to a more peaceable solution, Mr. Tannen.
Keep your distance, fancy pants. I don't know you from Adam, but that won't stop me from putting you in a box next to your crazy girlfriend.
I'm not his girlfriend.
Ha!
Ah si tu savais Edna. Apprends la manutention avec Marty McFly. À la fin de la journée, tu en as plein le dos. Voilà, c'est ça ta récompense, c'est que tu en as plein le dos. Je peux le mettre là-dessus. Je sais pas si...
Alright, physics.
Ouais, c'est tellement ça. Le de la physique. Oui, donc le machin est
100 years
remonté.
from now, Hill Valley will erect a statue in my honor.
If you go through with this, there won't be a Hill Valley 100 minutes from now.
C'est ton fauteuil pour te faller dedans. Un fauteuil roulant surtout. Bon, il est où mon truc de cornichon là? Il est là-bas. Bah oui, mais qu'est-ce qu'il faut là-bas? Je peux pas aller là-bas du coup?
If I don't figure out some way of dousing that flame, Edna's gonna burn down the town.
What kind of odds would you give me that I can disarm you and douse the young lady's torch simultaneously?
Ah, ok. C'est tellement improbable.
What was that noise?
What noise? I didn't hear a noise.
Alors il y a une planche branlante là. Voilà, parce que là il y a un pilier qui gêne, mais je suppose que en actionnant ça, voilà, ce truc peut rouler.
Okay, that was lucky.
Won't be long now.
Ils se rendent compte de rien quoi.
Maybe we can come to a more peaceable solution, Mr. Tannen.
Keep your distance, fancy pants. I don't know you from Adam.
Franchement,
That won't stop me from putting you in a
évidemment le
box
truc
next
est
to
du
your
bon
crazy
côté quoi, il est
girlfriend.
du côté
I'm
d'Edna
not his
et
girlfriend.
le sac de sable il est du côté de Tannen. C'est un peu perché hein, c'est... S'ils avaient fait des point and click Bugs Bunny, ça aurait été parfait quoi. Bon, qu'est-ce que je fais? Je remonte. Mais comme si qu'ils m'entendent pas quoi.
The ammo's in place. Now to pull the trigger.
Oui, comment je le fais? Comment
The
c'est?
ammo's in place.
Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're not traveling through time under a pseudonym, Mr. Carl Sagan.
Quit yammering, you two. Nothing worse than a chatty standoff.
Not sure why I did that. That sandbag's about ready to drop.
Ah, fallait cliquer sur le sac.
Got any last words?
I'll see you in hell, Tannen.
You first, lady.
Come on, you son of a...
Who the hell are you?
I'm the diversion, butthead.
Comme si qu'il a eu le temps de descendre.
Nice
Banane.
one, Doc. Don't tell Clara. She thinks fisticuffs set a bad example for the boys. Now, where's Edna?
Doc, she's gone. Edna's DeLorean.
We gotta stop her before she hits 88 miles per hour. Come on!
Nothing to be worried about. You're a smart woman with a strong moral compass. You just need to think your way out of it. Oh, fudge!
Allez, on en a plus rien à foutre.
What's she doing?
I think she's spouting euphemisms at us. Luckily, the road...
Je crois qu'il nous dit...
out of Hill Valley is still pretty rough in 1875. It's unlikely she'll manage to accelerate to 88 miles an hour anytime soon.
How are we gonna stop her?
Good question. We can't risk injuring her or damaging the vehicle for fear of altering the timeline even further. Luckily, those diagnostic lights my alternate self put all over her DeLorean have given me an idea. Here, take the...
What are these?
Flux synchronization modules.
How do they work?
I generally use them for maintenance purposes.
Ça sort de son cul, ça.
Use them to sync up with the alternate DeLorean's diagnostic modules, thus making it possible to link both sets of time circuits and override the time destination of the alternate DeLorean. At least that's the theory, anyway.
That's a great plan, I think.
Best of all, we won't need to weld the modules to
C'est très MacGuffin.
just snap them over the diagnostic links.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to go out there? How the heck am I supposed to do that?
Good question. Let me think. Aha!
Bah, le fameux overboard. Alors, je crois qu'ils ont... C'est pas la marque Mattel, mais malheureusement, il y a le texte. Athènes. Ouais.
Sweet. You okay?
It's just like riding a bike.
You ready to make the jump?
Ready, Doc.
1, 2, 3, jump!
Putain, faut pas qu'ils se prennent le pneu là.
Nice form, Marty. How's the reception on the wireless?
Great. Where'd you get these?
From Bird's cache, a 21st century video game console. Now remember, all you've got to do is attach the flux sync modules to those diagnostic lights.
Will do, Doc.
Mais c'est un peu what the fuck, il avait tout prévu en fait. Bon, ça c'est la voiture d'Edna. Tout à l'heure le bot m'a banni. Non, je pense qu'il avait juste supprimé un message.
Mr. Fusion, should I disable it?
Leave it alone. It's not a good idea to monkey with nuclear reactors.
Tout à l'heure. Il a dit c'était combien de temps le ban? Ça devait être genre 5 minutes, non?
It's locked. Is this the starboard flux emitter?
Yes. Now plug in the flux sync.
Oh, faudra que je revérifie. Parce que normalement, il est juste supposé virer les. Virer le message, mais c'est bizarre qu'il est ban. Parce qu'effectivement, pour 3-4 emotes.
It's always a good idea to keep a few flux override modules in the trunk for situations like this.
All right. Nicely done. Now, aim the sink toward the receiving dish.
I'll try, but it's getting a little bumpy out here.
Essuie-glace, non, émetteur. Voilà. Utilise les flèches au clic et fait glisser la souris. Je crois qu'on peut le faire au clavier aussi. Ouais. C'est peut-être plus simple au clavier parce que c'est plus dur d'être précis en faisant un glisser-déposer sur la souris. C'est un peu chiant. Heureusement, on peut y aller au clavier, on peut être plus fin. Hop, j'appuie un tout petit peu sur les flèches. Voilà. Oui, oui, oui. Ah.
Great, that's one flux sink down. 2 to go.
Tiens, il y a encore ça.
Is that one of the flux emitters?
Yes, now plug in the flux sink.
Bah oui, mais il faudrait que je puisse qu'il me dise aller à gauche là, non?
It's one of the flux
Celui qui est au-dessus, je crois que je dois le faire à la fin.
I can't sneak past the rear view mirror.
Portière conducteur.
It's locked.
Elle va me revoir évidemment.
I can't sneak past the rear view mirror.
It's locked. It's locked.
Je sais même plus comment on fait. Pare-choc avant. Elle a cassé le rétro gauche. Intéressant.
Don't cross those flames, they may be radioactive.
I don't even like crossing through normal flames.
Peut-être qu'on peut essayer de refaire le tour.
Marty!
I'm okay. I'm okay. Your fusion's belching flames.
Yes, that's unfortunate. I'd stay out of them if I were you.
Je crois qu'on peut le refermer. Je sais pas si je peux le faire avec ça.
Not sure what that'll do. Not sure what...
On peut le refermer pourtant.
Don't cross those flames, they may be radioactive.
I don't even like crossing through normal flames. It's locked!
Ah oui, c'est ça, on peut choper un de ces essuie-glaces. Voilà. Maintenant, je peux aller à gauche au moins. Enfin. Sachant que le rétro est pété, elle ne me verra pas logiquement.
Made it.
Excellent. Now let's get that flexible right mouse wall before she starts making life difficult.
She's been making it easy up till now.
Puis il a pas connu tout ce qui s'est passé dans les épisodes précédents, du coup, ce doc là, donc.
Well, here goes nothing, Doc. Whoa!
Perfect. Now, aim the focusing towards the receiving dish on my DeLorean.
Receiving dish. Check.
Je sais pas pourquoi ils nous font cliquer plutôt que d'aller directement là-dessus. Sur cet écran là. On va tenir quelques secondes, voilà. C'est validé.
We're almost home, Marty. Just one flux seat left.
Get off my car, you hooligan!
Alors attends, ça va être chiant, il va falloir pouvoir monter là-haut.
It's one of the flux emitters.
Je sais pas comment il a récupéré le hoverboard parce qu'il avait dû s'en détacher là. Il avait dû le quitter pour monter là-haut. Ouais. Émetteur temporel.
Mr. Fusion. It's locked. It's one of the flux emitters.
Ah, je me rappelle jamais comment on monte. Non, pas. Indice. Il a fallu tout ce temps pour qu'Edna te crie dessus. Te crie dessus, elle doit être vraiment perturbée. Maintenant que la fenêtre d'Edna est baissée, là, elle est un tout petit peu plus accessible. Tiens, c'est pas faux ça. Essaye de parler à Edna.
It's locked.
Non mais... Ah, allez, c'est pas là-dessus que je veux cliquer moi. Oui, la route est infinie.
Edna,
What?
let me in.
You want in? Fine.
Marty, are you all right?
Not really.
J'ai toujours remarqué aussi. Coucou Edna. Ça, c'est seule face de rang en gros plan par contre, non merci quoi.
I can't reach it while the window's shut.
What?
Pull over!
No!
Not sure what that'll do. Not sure what...
Attends, il montrait je sais pas quel bouton là tout à l'heure.
You're in a lot of danger.
So are you!
Oh, wow.
Excellent, Marty. Now that you're on top of the DeLorean, you can attach the flux sink to the overhead flux emitter.
Great, Doc.
Putain, ils ont fait des porte-papillons un élément de gameplay. Quand même génial.
Nicely done. Now, aim the sink toward the receiving dish.
Ah oui, alors pour je ne sais quelle raison obscure, Marty n'essaye même pas de se retourner. Et celui-là, faut le faire à l'envers du coup. Heureusement, les contrôles sont pas inversés.
That's it. Get out of there, Marty.
Phew. Now what?
Now we take control of Edna's DeLorean with the flux synchronizers. That's strange.
What?
According to these readings, the temporal cohesion of Edna's DeLorean is decaying at an alarming rate.
English, Doc.
We've got to get Edna home now. Hold on!
Un instant.
Parker? Then I must be back in... Would you be kind enough to tell me what day it is?
It's the day I place you under arrest for arson, resisting arrest, and being a general all-round pain in the ass.
What? No! You can't arrest me. Not now. I just got back from the last century.
Would you look at that? Edna Strickland, drunk as a skunk.
I'm not drunk, you reprobate. I'm a time traveler.
Sure you are. Oh, I'm loving this.
I'll prove it to you. Come with me. We can do the whole day over if you want. We can fix everything.
We can start by drying you out. Come on, into the station with you.
You can bunk with me, doll.
I'd rather die. Stop it! Unhand me, you dolt!
Well, I guess that's it for Edna.
Yes, I suppose it is. You know, whoever said time heals all wounds didn't know squat about time travel.
What do we do about that, DeLorean?
No need to do a thing. Ever since we synced up the time circuits, the temporal breakdown in Edna's DeLorean has accelerated at an exponential rate. By my calculations, the timeline should catch up with it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now!
What the hell? Hey, Parker, you're not gonna believe this.
See? What I say? Ready to go home?
Wait, Doc, the
Il
timeline's
savait
not
plus
fixed
comment
yet.
résoudre le problème là, il savait plus trop quoi faire.
Michael! You missed all the fireworks at the expo. Yeah, so I heard. Listen, I heard a rumor about you two.
I guess we gotta come clean. Ta-da! Hardy took me to Reno last night.
Try to keep a secret in Hill Valley.
Well, you gonna congratulate us or what?
Then it's true. My grandpa's married the wrong grandma. I'm done for.
Hey, are you feeling all right, kid? You don't look so hot.
C'est pas la bonne femme d'être jeune.
Artie, you can't do this. You're not supposed to get married for another 5 years.
Well, I know Trixie and I were taking things slow.
But after that witch Edna got me fired with that postcard, we kind of accelerated things a little.
The postcard? Oh, man. Trixie, you can't marry Artie.
Is this about my past with Kid? 'Cause Artie ain't holding that against me.
That's right, darling. The past is the past.
Yeah, but... Can you see through me?
Nope, never could figure you out. I thought you'd be thrilled for us.
You don't understand. You're supposed to marry Sylvia Miskin.
But I did marry Sylvia Miskin.
What?
Ça c'est drôle ça. Vous voyez là, la fille sur le portrait qu'on avait vu tout à l'heure dans le bar de Talen. C'était Dolores Miskin, c'est la même famille. Ouais, en fait... Mais putain, mais franchement, si sa mère était déjà aux États-Unis, pourquoi elle, c'est pas une citoyenne américaine de base?
What?
You didn't think my real name was Trixie Trotter, did ya?
Don't feel too bad. It was kind of a surprise to me, too.
Wait a minute, you're Grandma Sylvie?
Grandma? Hey, how old do you think I am, kid?
But you're so skinny and blonde and... Huh.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
I
amazing
think
what
I-
a little bit she'll do for
I've
ya.
seen you naked. You're Sylvia?
You okay, pal?
Yeah, I'm fine. Great. You kids go off and have yourself a wonderful honeymoon. And don't worry about your dad, Artie. I'm sure he'll come around.
Come around to what?
To approving your marriage. You seem kind of mad about it back at the high school.
Well, that was before I got a look at her. Besides,
Simus.
as my dear old father Seamus used to say, no sense in getting riled up over something I can't do nothing about. And honestly, now that I met her, I can't imagine a better daughter-in-law than the charming Miss Sylvie here.
Aw, thank you, Dad.
As for you, stranger, I'll thank you to not go poking your nose in McFly family business.
It's been a pleasure, Agent Corleone.
See ya in the funny papers, Mikey.
Goodbye, Grandma.
You know, I took some pictures of Trixie in 1931.
Hey, that's my grandma you're talking about.
Here we are, back in good old 1986.
May 14th?
15th. Best to build in a little lag time. Gives you a chance to catch up.
Looks like the estate sale is still going on. Hey, don't you want to stay, Doc? You gotta stop the bank from selling off all your old stuff.
What are you talking about? Estate sale? Bank? I'm not dead, Marty. Clara and I are having a little garage sale, that's all.
Garage sale?
You mean, Marty, you're back from your trip.
Ah là là,
Hello,
ça va
Doc.
pas bugger.
Selling off the family treasures, eh?
Not quite, but I hope you find something you like.
Speaking of which, did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I sure did.
Great! Hey, is that a box of Asimov?
Let me get this straight. Are you telling me you live here now? In 1986?
Well, naturally. Claire and I maintain a part-time residence here. Wasn't that the case when you left?
No.
Strange. I can't imagine not sticking around.
After all, I've got my late father's foundation to supervise. If I wasn't here, who'd present the annual Earhart Brown Scholarship for Young Scientists?
Earhart, c'est comme ça que s'appelle son père.
Something funny?
I'll explain it to you later.
I don't see what's so funny about looking after a family legacy. Oh, almost forgot. I've got something for you. Happy graduation.
Graduation? But that's not for another... The McFlys of Hill Valley.
An exhaustively detailed history of your family. From your great-great-grandfather Seamus to the present.
You traveled through time to write this?
Well, most of the research was done traditionally, but your Grandma Sylvia proved to be something of a mystery.
Which is why you traveled back to 1931, to look for her.
Exactly. Who knew she was singing in a speakeasy under a stage name?
This is great, Doc. Thanks.
It's the least I can do for the man who saved me from making the worst mistake of my life.
Tu sais, il le savait pas encore. Il parle sûrement de Edna, mais...
Yoo-hoo! Dr. Brown!
Edna?
Heine!
What's going on? What are you doing with my dog?
The same thing I do every afternoon, silly man. Giving him such much needed exercise. Isn't that right, Einstein?
Hey, Dollface, it's past time for our 3:30.
Putain, lui aussi, il a survêt à dos os.
Coming, sweetie. Oh, Mr. McFly, have you seen my stepson anywhere?
Oh, Biff, I think you're late for an appointment.
Oh, gosh, you're right, Mr. McFly. Hi, Marty.
Don't they make a great little family? You'd never know they met in prison.
Don't say anything. Let's just walk quietly into the lab and hope there are no more surprises.
Oula.
Doc!
Marty, what are you doing here?
You gotta come with me. Back to the future.
Marty, you can't be here. If your younger self sees you, the consequences could be catastrophic.
Bah, c'est bon, il l'a vu, là.
My younger self? Oh, right. Bring him along, too. This concerns all of us.
What do you mean? Does something happen to us?
Do we turn into assholes or something?
Nah, we're fine. Our great
Ce sont des lasers qui sortent.
grandkids?
What the hell?
Great Scott!
Il y a une bleue. Oula, il est en mode trône, lui.
Doc, you gotta come back with me. Don't listen to him, Doc. It's me you gotta help. If you want to save Jennifer and our 12 kids. What?
De 12 enfants.
What? That timeline was overwritten 5 jumps. Doc,
how can there be 2 more of me here?
I have no idea. By all rights, a space-time continuum should be tearing apart like a cheap dish rack right now.
It already is. What my evil twin and I are trying to say is the future is totally jacked up, and you gotta come with me to save it. No, me.
Alors c'est Michael J. Fox qui double ces nouveaux martyrs.
So, we meet at last. You've altered my timeline once too often.
What's going on, Doc?
Well, we do seem to have a conundrum on our hands. Or 3.
Yeah, Doc, but which one is the real me?
Isn't it obvious, Marty?
Tous.
Come on.
Prepare to be erased. Doc, wait! What about the space-time continuum? Yeah, what about my future? And mine?
The future can wait. We've got a present to catch up with.
Where to, Doc?
Mr. McFly, thrill me.
Toujours avec ses vêtements des années 30. Hein. Bon, c'est sûr que un tel cliffhanger, ça laissait présager une suite, mais bon, ça... En fait, ça a été écrit un petit peu comme la fin du premier film, et en fait, le premier film, c'était pas prévu qu'il y allait avoir une suite à la base. C'était, je sais pas, un genre de gag de fin ou... Et du coup, je sais pas si s'ils avaient prévu une saison 2 de ce jeu. À la base. En tout cas, elle n'y est jamais arrivée, ça c'est sûr. Et c'est donc comme ça que ça se termine sur ce joyeux bordel. Je me demande s'ils auraient pu encore inventer comme histoire, mais à mon avis ça aurait été assez compliqué. Bon, je m'étais dit que je l'ai peut-être un peu freiné sur les lives, enfin cet été là. On est déjà le 18 juillet. Mais il y a un truc ou deux que j'ai éventuellement prévu. Et théoriquement, bon, peut-être que je vais quand même faire ça la semaine prochaine. Ah, il y a un doublage allemand, tiens. Sans compter les 10 ans. D'ailleurs, oui, les 10 ans, au passage. J'ai encore une fois changé mes plans. C'est-à-dire que j'ai la vidéo partie caverne des vieux jeux. Elle sera encore plus découpée que ce que j'avais prévu. Au départ, je voulais la découper en 2 parties. Là, on va dire que ce sera 3. En fait, ça... J'ai commencé le montage, ça vous le savez normalement. Mais je suis arrivé bien plus rapidement que je le pensais à peu près 30 minutes de vidéo. Alors je pensais que ça allait arriver plus tard, les 30-35 minutes. Et puis comme ça me saoule que j'en ai parlé depuis mai de cette vidéo là de la caverne de sages, et qu'on est le 18 juillet, que je n'ai encore rien pu vous offrir. Tu as été obligé de supprimer des trucs. Non, j'ai rien supprimé. Alors je n'ai rien supprimé, par contre voilà, ce sera encore plus découpé. Par contre, pour la partie sage, j'aurais intérêt à être plus sélectif de base, parce que tiens, c'est écrit en français, grande surprise à suivre. Apparemment, ils avaient peut-être prévu une saison 2. Donc non, j'ai pas supprimé. Par contre, vous n'aurez qu'une première partie. Mais du coup, cette première partie, vous l'aurez d'ici à peine quelques jours. En soi, elle est déjà encodée. Enfin, j'ai dû re-encoder pour avoir une meilleure qualité, parce qu'à certains moments, c'était un petit peu... on sentait un peu la compression. Mais bref... En gros, j'ai plus qu'à faire la miniature de cette première partie. Voilà. Donc c'est pour ça, vous aurez ça vraiment dans les prochains jours. C'est juste que une fois que j'aurai fait la miniature, peut-être que j'aurai envie de décider du meilleur jour pour l'envoyer. Enfin, bon, Je sais pas si sur ma chaîne ça fait une grande différence et encore plus en plein mois de juillet, mais peut-être que je vais décider de tel jour à telle heure, ce sera peut-être mieux ou quoi. Parce qu'évidemment, je vais envoyer ça en première YouTube, hein, vous savez, ça va être en première diffusion avec le chat à côté. Et j'espère que vous serez nombreux et nombreuses, au moins quelques-uns, à assister à la première diffusion et à réagir sur le chat. Ce serait cool. C'est forcément j'ai un peu envie que ça arrive du fait que je suis sur cette vidéo depuis mai et que j'ai même pas encore écrit la partie sage. Donc quand je partagerai le lien avec la date et l'heure du rendez-vous pour la première, bah vraiment, il faudra partager ça tout partout et j'espère que vous serez là. De toute façon, enfin, au moins que vous serez là et enfin, comment dire, après la première et avec des commentaires. Ce soir, ils ont envie. Ah. Nanana. Ah oui. Attends, le 21 juillet, c'est quand? Nanana, mardi. Ouais. Bon, je lis le truc en même temps, enfin le salon, un certain salon sur le serveur ADCman. Bon, il y aura probablement un truc ce soir. Moi, je pourrais y assister. Je serai dispo. Et c'est vrai que le 21 ou en tout cas bientôt, ça va être les 2 ans en fait de la Dreamcast Online pour notre part. Même si moi j'étais arrivé un petit peu après en 2018, mais peu importe. Effectivement, ça va être les 2 ans, donc et oui, 2 ans déjà. Donc ouais, donc et là ils sont en train d'hésiter, est-ce qu'on fait de la Dreamcast ce soir ou est-ce que carrément on fait ça le 21 en plus, hein, en plus de ce soir, vu que c'est la date anniversaire. Bon. En tout cas... il devrait y avoir un truc ce soir. Voilou. Voilà, bon, comme d'habitude, les abonnements, les partages, les follow. Je suis content, le fait de... Comme quoi, je sais plus qui disait là, je crois que ça doit être la fille de Syllabus, si je mélange pas tout, qui disait une technique pour, on va dire, gagner des abonnements et tout. Elle disait se faire un réseau entre grosses guillemets. Et c'est pas que je viens, que je fais ça pour ça à proprement parler. Je fais pas ça pour ça, mais c'est vrai que en allant sur le chat de Emule-moi et de Elcor par extension et son Discord, c'est vrai que ça m'a fait gagner quelques abonnements Twitch, enfin les follow Twitch. Donc c'est vrai que de montrer sa tronche sur d'autres, sur des espaces comme ça et dire coucou, moi aussi je fais des vidéos et des lives, ça peut rapporter 2-3 personnes. Et bien, en tout cas, merci à vous. Hein, j'espère que la vidéo vous allez accrocher. enfin, je vais commencer entre guillemets lentement parce que la première partie de la vidéo, en fait, je reviens sur mes débuts en tant que vidéo de jeu. Et après seulement j'entame le vrai sujet de la vidéo. Mais de toute façon, ah oui, c'est ça aussi que je dois faire. C'est que je vais créer un chapitrage. Hein, vous aurez genre le chapitrage avec les timecodes dans la description. Pour si jamais la partie historique vous en avez marre de regarder, vous pouvez passer au premier jeu que je présenterai lors de la vidéo. Et puis ça permet aussi de pouvoir profiter d'une nouvelle fonctionnalité de YouTube, c'est que vous voyez sur la barre rouge pour dire où on en est dans la vidéo, quand on met un chapitrage, maintenant la barre rouge elle est découpée. Du coup on voit les chapitres, les différents chapitres de la vidéo, un peu comme sur les DVD quoi, c'est assez rigolo. Donc faut que je m'occupe de ça, que j'écrive tous les timecodes. Mais voilà, vous aurez vraiment une première partie. Ouais, voilà, c'est ça exactement. C'est intéressant si une partie ne nous intéresse pas. Vous aurez une première partie d'ici quelques jours. La première partie, la vidéo en elle-même est prête. Faut que je fasse des trucs qui vont avec, on va dire. Hein, les petits fignolages, tout le bazar. Et vous pourrez enfin profiter d'un bout de ce sur quoi je bosse depuis mai. Après, comme j'avais dit, c'est fort possible que les parties suivantes, je les envoie seulement à partir de fin août ou début septembre. Mais, enfin oui, non, après, quand je vois sur les petits lives, bon, on voit qu'il y a quand même quelques personnes qui parlent dessus, donc c'est vrai qu'il y a encore des gens plus ou moins qui sont là pour regarder les vidéos et les lives. Mais bon, je voudrais vraiment pas que ces vidéos des 10 ans passent inaperçues quoi. Ce serait dommage de passer autant de temps et pour ça. C'est pour ça hein, qu'il faut partager les vidéos au passage. Je ne suis certainement pas genre la seule communauté. Vous n'êtes certainement pas la seule communauté qui aurait genre aucun réseau social. Ça m'étonnerait. Après, si tu n'as plus rien de prévu en upload de vidéos à part ton projet des 10 ans. Bah non, là je suis à fond sur le projet des 10 ans justement. C'est ça le problème. Enfin, pour l'instant, je suis le nez dedans. Après, oui, après que j'aurai fini le sage, oui, je sais, j'aurai 2-3 petits trucs. Voilà. Des trucs peut-être un petit peu plus... Enfin oui, plus petits, ça c'est évident, parce que je vais pas me relancer dans un aussi gros projet après, ça c'est clair. Mais oui, j'ai déjà 2-3 choses de prévues. Hein. On m'avait soumis une idée, je vais voir si je peux l'exploiter ou non. Il y avait un truc que je voulais faire depuis quelques mois, c'est pas prioritaire, donc ça peut attendre. Et puis j'avais pas encore eu une autre idée. Bon, bref. En tout cas, ce sera pas le vide intersidéral une fois que ces trucs des 10 ans seront sortis. Puis surtout qu'il y a évidemment les lives. Hein. Et puis en septembre, il y aura toujours les sages, les sages, les hacking contest. Ça va arriver vite. C'est quand les dates? Sage 2020 du lundi... Putain, c'est tout à ce point-là? Sur mon agenda, j'ai du lundi 5 septembre au samedi 12. Oh la vache, on va pas perdre de temps cette année, je vous le dis. Putain. J'ai pas noté pour Hacking Contest. Un peu plus tard normalement. Ouais, c'est pour ça les 2-3 lives, les 2-3 idées de live que j'ai, je pourrais, j'aurais pas trop intérêt d'attendre la rentrée parce que Sage Hacking Contest, je le sais, hein, de septembre à décembre, pendant le reconfinement, ouais. Eh ben c'est bien, comme ça il y aura peut-être du monde. Je le sais, ça va me prendre la blinde de temps, Sage Hacking Contest, donc tu auras le temps, je pense. Oui, il y aura du monde là. Croisons les doigts. Bah déjà, je vais sur... Ah, mais ça faudrait peut-être que je regarde si on peut le faire maintenant ou quoi. L'année dernière, j'avais en gros demandé à être sur leur emploi du temps, là. Je sais pas si vous vous souvenez pour Sage. Faudrait que je demande la même chose cette année, mais je sais pas à partir de quand ça peut être demandé ou quoi. Ah oui, oui, certaines personnes devront quand même bosser. C'est pas, effectivement, c'est pas tout un pays qui s'arrête. On l'avait vu lors la première vague. Ok. Bon, croisons les doigts. Croisons les doigts. Allez, en attendant, je vous dis probablement à ce soir. Et surtout, cordialement, bisous.